Welcome back to my channel. I'm Joe with Smokin Joe's BBQ. On today's video, I'm going to be making my all-time favorite Thanksgiving side, my smoked stuffing. Stay tuned. Alright, let's get started on this smoked stuffing recipe. First off, I am starting with a 4-pound turkey breast. This is a bone-in turkey breast, and you can also substitute the turkey breast for chicken breast. And if you're going to be using chicken breast, make sure you use 2 good size chicken breasts for this recipe. Alright, so what I'm going to do right here is just split the turkey breast in half. You don't have to do this, but I think it cooks much faster when it's separate. Alright, so I've got a pot filled with about 5 quarts of water. I'm going to go ahead and put the turkey breast in there. I'm also going to be adding some of my leftover celery pieces. I'm going to add a small onion, cut in half, into the water. I'm also going to be adding about a tablespoon of salt. Alright, so I'm going to put the turkey breast to boil for about 1 hour, and I'll bring you guys right back. Alright, so while the turkey cooks, we do need to toast up our bread, and I've got 11 slices of white bread and 11 slices of wheat bread. It's about half a loaf of each. So I'm just going to cut these into small cubes. Make sure you use a bread knife. Just like that. So make sure when you're cutting your bread that you go in the direction of the grain. If not, you're going to end up with some really tough stuffing. Alright, so I've got my bread all cubed up. I'm going to be placing these on some baking sheets. Make sure you give them enough space. And there we go. I'm going to toss these in my oven at 350 degrees for about 20 minutes or until the bread is nice and toasty. Stay tuned. Alright, let's slice up our vegetables for our smoked stuffing. I've got 7 celery sticks, I've got 7 carrots, I've got about 5 good sized heads of garlic, and I've got a medium sized onion. Now I don't like my celery really big, so I like to cut these in half. And of course, if you have a food processor, it makes it a lot easier to do that instead of doing this by hand. But I got a little bit of downtime, so I'm going to go ahead and cut all these veggies by hand. Now as far as the carrots, these are fairly small, and I like to cut them in rings. So I'm just going to make small rings. Alright, so everything is almost ready. This next step, we're going to fry our vegetables, and we're going to start with a little bit of butter. That's 1 whole stick. Alright, so I'm going to add our onions and garlic, our carrots, and our celery. I'm going to add a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of black pepper. Give that a really good mix. Alright, so next I'm going to chop up 13 leaves of sage around this size. And if you can't find fresh sage, then dry is fine. Use about 3 tablespoons of dried sage to this recipe. Man, I gotta tell you, when you chop up some fresh sage, it instantly smells like the holidays. Alright, I'm gonna add our sage. Give this a really good mix. I gotta tell you, the aroma that's coming from these veggies right here is absolutely fantastic. Now, the other vegetable that you can add to this is mushrooms. Maybe some baby Bella sliced mushrooms in here. That would be fantastic as well. So I'm gonna let these vegetables cook down for about 15 minutes, and I'll bring you guys right back. Alright, so all the ingredients for my stuffing is ready. Now we just have to assemble it. And as you can tell, I've got some nice golden brown dried bread right here. that we toasted up in the oven. Next, I'm gonna add some cornbread. Now, I went down to the store to buy some cornbread. They didn't have any, so I just baked some myself. If you want this recipe, check the description box down below. So I've got 18 ounces of cornbread, which is a little over 1 pound. And all I'm gonna do is break this up. Give this a really good mix. All right, so I'm gonna add our vegetables that we cooked down earlier. And look at that, they cooked down really nice. Pour that right over the bread. Smells amazing in here. All right, next I've got that turkey breast that we boiled earlier. Just chopped it up. Look at that. Does that look amazing already or what? All right, so next I'm gonna add some of this delicious turkey stock that we made while boiling that turkey breast. I gotta tell you, there is no need to buy that store-bought stuff when you've got all of this delicious turkey stock right here. I'm gonna add 1 tablespoon of freshly crushed oregano. Just like that. All right, let's give this a good mix and see what we're looking like. All right, so I'm gonna add some more of our turkey stock. You want this stuffing really nice and moist. Oh boy, look at this. It has come together and is looking fantastic. We've got one last ingredient, but look at that. Does that look amazing already or what? All right, so the very last ingredient for my smoked stuffing are pecans, and I gotta tell you, if you have not tried pecans on your stuffing, you are missing out. Now these pecans are not like the ones that you can buy from the store. These pecans are from the Pecan Pantry. So the Pecan Pantry family has been in the pecan business for over 80 years. Now, if you guys have been watching my YouTube channel for quite a while, you guys will know that I like to use Smokin Pecan pellets. It is the same exact company that manufactures Smokin Pecan pellets. So these pecans are not like anything that you can buy from the store. These are the freshest, most premium pecans that you can buy in the market today. Look at that meaty pecan right there. But the flavor of these pecans, I gotta tell you, is unlike any other pecan I've ever had. Make sure you guys check out the Pecan Pantry at the link below. Get yourself a 1 pound bag, maybe a 3 pound box like this one right here. Or for you serious people, there's also a 5 pound box available. All right, so I've got 8 ounces of the Pecan Pantry pecans right here. And these are whole, so I'm gonna crush them down a little bit. I'm gonna be using my meat knuckles from Del Strong. All right, I'm gonna add our crushed pecans. Look at that. Again, this was 8 ounces. Give that a really good mix. All right, so before I smoke my stuffing, I wanna give it a taste, check the seasonings, and see if we need some salt. Here we go. All right, so the stuffing does need a little bit of salt. I'm gonna add some salt, mix it up. I'm gonna fire up my smoker, and I'll see you guys outside. Stay tuned. All right, so I've got my Lone Star Grill's pellet smoker running at 350 degrees. And as I mentioned earlier, I am going to be using Smokin Pecan pellets. These pellets are made with 100% pecan shell, no fillers, no additives, no nothing but pecan shell themselves. And as I mentioned earlier, the same company that owns the Pecan Pantry owns Smokin Pecan pellets. So let's go ahead and load up our stuffing. And as always, every time that I use Smokin Pecan pellets, we end up with some amazing food. The Smokin Pecan pellets are gonna give this stuffing a nutty, smoky flavor that's gonna be unbelievable. So I'm gonna place the stuffing on the top shelf. Again, 350 degrees, uncovered. We're gonna check back in about 45 minutes. Stay tuned. All right, so the stuffing is ready and the total cook time was right at 2 hours. Again, 350 degrees. And look at this amazing color. The aroma, number one, is out of this world. Got a little bit of crispiness on the top, but I guarantee you this stuffing is still gonna be really nice and moist on the inside. All right, so I'm gonna grab some of the stuffing right here. Man, oh man. Nice pecan right there. Yes, sir, I'll take that piece right there. Look at this, guys. Whoo, yeah. Really nice and moist on the inside, still really hot. Oh man, I cannot wait to taste the smoked stuffing. Look at that. Let's give it a taste. All right, let's give the smoked stuffing a try. Look at that. Beautiful colors in there. Man, I am gonna grab the pecan and that piece of turkey sitting right on top up here. That nice crusty top. Oh yeah, still really nice and hot. Probably gonna burn my mouth, but here we go. I gotta tell you, that hint of smoke from those smoking pecan pellets and those crunchy pecans make all the difference in the world. This stuffing is absolutely amazing. If you're a fan of stuffing, you have got to give this recipe a try. It is so delicious. And don't forget to add some pecans. Don't forget to check out the Pecan Pantry at the link below, and thank them for sponsoring today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this stuffing recipe. If this is your first time to my channel, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Until next time, Joe with Smokin Joe's Pit BBQ. See ya.